This is breaking news for millions of UK pensioners. The Department for Work and Pensions, better known as the DWP, has officially confirmed a major state pension rise set to take effect in November 2025. Yes, you heard that right. Not next April, but this November. And it's being described as one of the biggest mid-year pension adjustments in modern history. This comes at a time when energy bills are climbing once again. Inflation continues to squeeze households, and the cost of living remains painfully high for older Britons. For pensioners, relying on their weekly payments as their main income, this is more than just a rise, it's a lifeline. But as always with DWP announcements, the details matter. Who exactly qualifies? How much extra will you receive? When will the new payments actually land in your account? And perhaps most importantly, will this increase push you into paying income tax for the first time? Stay tuned right until the end, because this November update could make a real difference to your finances heading into winter. Welcome to Pensioners Power, your trusted source for everything you need to know about pensions, retirement planning, and financial wellness. Here, we cover the latest news, expert insights, and essential updates to help you maximize your retirement years. Whether it's understanding pension schemes, making the most of your savings, or staying informed about financial changes, you're in the right place. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an important update. Now, let's jump right into today's topic. The DWP has officially confirmed that state pension payments will rise starting from November 2025 under the government's revised fiscal adjustment policy. This uplift comes as part of the triple lock guarantee, a key mechanism protecting pensioners' income. The triple lock ensures that every year the state pension increases by whichever is highest of these three measures: average earnings growth, inflation rate, or 2.5%. For 2025, the DWP says the trigger was clear average earnings growth, which reached an impressive 6.8%, according to the latest data from the Office for National Statistics. That means the November 2025 rise will mirror that 6.8% increase, one of the strongest jumps in recent memory. Let's put that into perspective. The basic state pension for those who reach pension age before April 2016 will rise from £169.50 to around £181 per week. The new state pension for those retiring after 2016 will jump from £221.20 to roughly £236 per week. That's an increase worth between £750 and £850 a year, depending on your eligibility. For many pensioners, that extra £60 to £70 a month could mean keeping the heating on longer, or finally easing some of the financial strain that's been building for months. Now, let's talk timing, because this is where things get interesting. The DWP has confirmed that November's payments will roll out according to your national insurance number as usual. But due to multiple bank holidays in late November, some pensioners will receive their payments earlier than expected. Here's the confirmed schedule: NI numbers ending in 0 to 19, paid by Monday 3 November. NI numbers ending in 20 to 39, paid by Wednesday 5 November. NI numbers ending in 40 to 59, paid by Friday 7 November. E9 numbers ending in 60 to 79, paid by Monday 10 November. NI numbers ending in 80 to 99, paid by Wednesday 12 November. If you receive pension credit, attendance allowance, or disability living allowance, these might be sent separately depending on your bank. Important tip: check your bank statement by mid-November. Make sure your new pension rate has been applied correctly. If not, the DWP advises calling the Pension Service helpline straight away, rather than waiting until your next cycle. The triple lock remains one of the most powerful protections for pensioners, designed to make sure your income keeps pace with inflation and earnings. But this year, it's doing more than that. For the first time in years, the government has moved to apply an early mid-year uplift, in November instead of the usual April, to give pensioners immediate relief ahead of what's expected to be a difficult winter. This unusual move comes after delays in ONS wage data and Treasury recalculations linked to cost of living support. In other words, the government brought the increase forward to help older people cope with rising winter costs. And yes, there will still be another adjustment in April 2026, depending on next year's inflation and wage data. So November's rise is not replacing that. It's an extra early boost to help pensioners stay afloat through the toughest months. Let's break this down in real terms. Basic state pension up by about £11 EEP per week. New state pension up by around £14 ATP per week. That's an annual increase of between £520 and £780, depending on your eligibility and years of contribution. If you also receive pension credit, you'll see a 6.7% increase, taking the standard minimum guarantee for single pensioners from £218.15 to around £232.50 per week. Those on attendance allowance or carers allowance could see smaller adjustments too, since these are often indexed to inflation-linked thresholds. It might not sound dramatic on paper, but for someone living on a fixed income, that extra £60 to £70 each month can be life-changing when gas and electricity bills rise again this winter. Now here's the part few people talk about. While this pension rise is undeniably good news, it comes with a hidden side effect. Because the personal tax-free allowance remains frozen at £12,570 until 2028, some pensioners could now find themselves pushed into paying income tax for the very first time. This is what financial experts call fiscal drag. Your pension rises, but your tax-free allowance doesn't. So even a modest increase can suddenly trigger tax deductions, especially if you also receive a small private pension or savings income. HMRC has already confirmed that thousands of pensioners may see their tax codes adjusted this winter. So don't be surprised if your net pension amount doesn't rise as much as expected. It's worth checking your HMRC personal tax account or calling them directly to clarify your new income position. For those on pension credit, this rise has an even bigger knock-on effect. Because pension credit acts as a gateway benefit, it can unlock access to housing benefit, free NHS dental treatment, warm home discount eligibility, council tax reductions. The DWP says all these linked entitlements will automatically update in November, so you don't need to reapply. However, if your household income or partner's earnings change, you must report it immediately to avoid overpayment recovery later. The government has also slightly raised housing benefit thresholds, helping renters offset higher rent costs heading into winter. Technical hiccups do happen during big rollouts like this. If your payment hasn't increased by 15 November, first check your NI schedule and bank statement. Wait 48 hours in case of banking delays. If still missing, contact the pension service directly. Keep a record of all names, reference numbers, and call times. Most issues are fixed within 5 working days, but reporting early can prevent longer waits during the busy winter period. Across the country, pensioners are reacting with cautious optimism. Margaret, age 73 from Leeds, says, "The extra £60 a month means I can keep the heating on a bit longer without worrying." Alan from Devon adds, "It's welcome news, but food prices are still through the roof. Every little helps." These voices reflect a bigger reality. The rise helps, but it doesn't fully solve the crisis many pensioners face. Still, it's a powerful acknowledgement from the government that pensioners need help now, not later. You can verify your new rate in a few simple ways. Visit the official gov.uk State Pension Forecast tool. Call the Pension Service Helpline on 800 731 7898. Or log in to your HMRC personal tax account. Before November, make sure your bank details, address, and marital status are correct. Even small errors can delay payments or miscalculate your entitlements. If you live abroad, contact the International Pension Centre. Your schedule or currency rate may differ. While November's boost is big news, 2026 could bring even bigger changes. Treasury insiders are already reviewing the future of the triple lock, as its cost to the government continues to climb. Some experts propose a modified lock system, one that maintains fairness, but keeps pension costs sustainable long-term. Others warn that rising life expectancy and ongoing inflation could make annual triple lock rises harder to maintain. But for now, this November 2025 rise stands as a clear statement. The government is backing pensioners through a difficult winter. So, to wrap it all up, the November 2025 state pension rise is great news for millions across the UK. Whether you're on the basic or new state pension, you'll soon see a meaningful boost just in time for the colder months. But remember, always double-check your payment schedule, keep your details updated, and monitor how this rise affects your overall income and tax position. For many, it's a long overdue boost that finally brings a bit of breathing space and perhaps a sign that pensioners' voices are finally being heard. Thank you for watching Pensioners Power. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with others.